Hello and welcome. It is Sunday, it is afternoon. So here I am sitting in front of my computer and planning to actually be moderately productive. For those of you who are new, I'm Morgan Hazelwood and I have the one, the only Doc Coleman with me today. Say hi to
Hello,
the new
folks.
people.
Hello, nice people. I have a
Uh,
cat here who keeps complaining that I'm not feeding her just because I'm downstairs.
I mean,
Uh,
have you considered not starving her to death?
she got fed. She ate all her food. It just happened upstairs. So,
Starving to death. You're cruel and unusual.
well, yes, I am. Thank you.
But then again, I left the house without making sure Catechus's bowl was full.
Hmm.
But he still chose Snuggles over Food Bowl when I came home.
Oh, that's good. See,
Like,
it's just a matter of uh, uh, traveling in circles where cruel and unusual is actually a plus. So,
I mean, worryingly creative, I think, is a friend of mine's descriptors that he likes to pull out. Oh, hey, look, StreamYard put back our name labels. They weren't there the last couple times, and I don't know why, because I never changed my setting. But
StreamYard is going through midlife crisis.
it happens. It happens, to the best of us and the rest of us.
Yep.
So what are you working on today, Doc?
Well, in addition to my normal work on Kindred of Kali, my first order of business is going to be scrounging food and then ordering groceries because I have been productive earlier in the morning, in the day. Um, I got I use a CPAP, and the CPAP that I use was recalled by Philips over a year ago,
Oh dear.
and last Friday they finally delivered the new one. So I took this opportunity to entirely clean up my bedside table and the space around it, go and vacuum the floor and reassemble the whole thing. So I'm already well accomplished in this day. I
Nice.
just haven't gotten any writing.
Yeah. My mom's CPAP, she had me clean when I was visiting her over the holidays. And apparently like once a quarter or something, she gets all new tubes and things and stuff, and you've got to flush them with like, I don't know, white vinegar or I forget what I did.
Hmm.
But anyway,
Yeah, they actually, the recommended replacement of all those tubes and stuff is actually
completely
ridiculously.
covered by Medicare.
It's covered by Medicare. Well, if you're not on Medicare, they want you to pay for it, so they want you to pay frequently. But I
Yeah.
just take good care of my equipment and wash it. Wash it frequently.
Yeah, especially if you have the humidifying one, you want to make sure you're not inhaling mold
No,
because
no.
that is contraindicated.
With mine, I'm much more likely to be inhaling dust than mold. So.
Uh, gotcha. So, okay. Oh my gosh. My house decided that cool is 68 degrees. I have told it otherwise.
um, I may be. No, I'm agreeing with your house. Um,
Sorry, 78.
oh, 78? No, I'm not agreeing with that. No, that's
I misspoke. And then I processed what you might be agreeing with. And I was like, surely I don't think you're that much of a like um snake, cat, whatever likes the hot.
not. I am not a reptile liking the to bask in the moist heat, or I would be doing this from outside.
Yeah, yeah. So today I am gonna be doing all the Balticon stuff because we're less than 2 weeks out or about 2 weeks out.
Mm.
And we had our last uh full staff meeting
Hmm.
yesterday and I got a lot of action items. Or rather, as people have done their follow up, they're like, oh, by the way, can Morgan do this and this? I got a phone call and 2 emails and 4 Discord messages.
Do you actually get to the point where you say, no, Morgan can't do this because Morgan is one person with a real life?
I actually have a staff. I
Ooh.
do have people who are working with me, so it's not just me. Um, and I do try to delegate, but like one of all of my staffers also have other hats they wear for the convention.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I need this person to do that, but they're also doing stuff for programming. I need this person to do stuff, but they're also head of reg.
Right.
And one of my other key people is the con chair, who's doing everything and really needs to get out the newsletter. I tried to prep for them 2 weeks ago, but the schedule did drop yesterday, or at least the tentative schedule. So we were kind of waiting on that. I'll give them a break there. And they wrapped our con chair, Yakira, she wrapped her semester on Friday. So now it's time.
Yep. I shall have to double check my preliminary schedule and see if things have been added to it.
Yeah, yours was already pretty extended, so I don't know that necessarily you're going to have too much more.
I should have one on Sunday added to this.
Right? So,
right, because we're doing this live at Baltic.
Hey, Patrick, I owe you a, what's it called? A link for this. Let me toss that to you. Now that I set it up 5 minutes ago. There you go. So.
Does that mean Patrick's going to be joining us, or?
He is here. He's in the chat. Hi. So speaking of, I should probably say hi to everybody in the comments, which is Patrick laughing at me.
Yes.
So, and I'm wearing my new NaNoWriMo shirt. I was telling Doc just before we got on. I don't always agree with their, or I may not always be the target audience for their art style, but this time it worked for me. And I see we have a couple lurkers, and people are totally welcome to lurk. Thank you for being in the comments. We appreciate people who come and engage. It's craziness.
Come on, comment. I have a cat and she's beautiful.
I mean, obviously. Look at that kitty girl. Right? Both your cats are girls, aren't they?
Yes, they are both girls.
Okay. So. Yeah. Sorry, a yawn overtook me. But the AC kicked in because I had the Nest and I tapped on my phone and told it that 78 was not acceptable. So life is good.
Yeah.
So you're working on Kindred of Kali. Patrick, what are you working on today? And anybody else, let us know what you're working on in the comments below. My alpha readers started reading my space fantasy.
That's good.
And so far, the only in-document comments she's made are maybe 5 grammatical things and a DM to me that said, I love your world building. And she's about 3 chapters in. Oh, wait, she also didn't like the way I numbered my chapters, which is Chapter 1, Vasilissa. Chapter 2, Vasilissa. Chapter 2, Jana. Chapter 2, Ua.
Oh, okay.
So I'm they're not necessarily nobody's in every chapter, but I switched between point of view. Maybe I should number them differently. I don't know.
If you're going to do multiple points of view in a single chapter,
no, I just number the chapters.
You're numbering you had 2 chapter 2s there.
And I have 3 chapter 3s and 2 chapter 4s and 1 Vasilissa's in all the chapters, and then I predominantly was alternating between the secondary point of view characters. So,
I mean, I can see how that will mess with some people's minds, and if a point of view is not in a particular chapter, that that they'll feel like it's like I've got a chapter missing. There's a chapter missing in my book. I don't have something.
Yeah, I could
Well,
just do chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3 with the name without,
yeah,
yeah.
I was going
So
to say it's like if you've got chapter two with two different viewpoints, you can just have one chapter two label and have a viewpoint label under that, and then later have a scene break and then a viewpoint label. But
true. Hmm. I
you
had
can figure that out in post.
Yeah, yeah, that's not the biggest thing right now. So, ooh,
Yep.
Patrick's linked my stuff. Thank you. But he's working on, in general, a queer treasure hunt story. And Godzilla swung by. Hello, Godzilla. Patrick said the scene he's working on today and probably tomorrow is the asshole point of view. His daughter has left home, which deprived him of his only sentient target because he drugs his wife to perpetual sleep and he's attempting to terrorize the daughter from afar. What a jerk. And Godzilla is giving
Okay.
a shout out to pizza. Oh, I don't
So
know that we're talking about violence too much in the stream today, especially after yesterday's events.
yeah. So
Um,
it's kind of weird when you're looking at Patrick's comments, and he starts off by saying it's a queer treasure hunt story, and then follows up by it's from the asshole point of view, and it's like, don't think that means what you. It seems to
no,
me.
no, 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 no. I'm sure that, I
I,
see it as probably more the daughter's story, but, you've got to have the villain point of view sometimes.
hmm,
So at least that's what I'm assuming is happening there.
that
We
that
did want to
was
give a
not
shout
the
out
thought
to.
that came across my mind at first. So
Oh, he said he was stuck in the asshole point of view, so that made me assume that he's not normally in that point of view.
mm,
So
don't
I
know.
did want to give a shout out to Sako, who could not be with us today because she is off celebrating. It's her birthday,
Yep.
and she rocks. So
Happy birthday, Sako. Wish you could have spent a little bit time with us, but hey, raise one for us, whatever it is, and stay hydrated.
my cup is empty. It's a sad moment.
Your cup runneth under. Oh dear.
Catechist says hi. He's taking a bath.
Hmm.
He knows you like it when he hangs out on stream without attacking my head. So he's hanging out and not attacking my head at the
This is a
same
bonus.
time. Did you know that was possible?
No, I did not. No.
So anyway, did we want to be productive?
I think we at least need to start a productivity stream so that I can grab food and you can grab hydration. So,
Sure. One quick pop to the comments first. Patrick, yes, there's 3 point of view characters. The main character, her wife, and her wife's father. The character and the wife are part of the treasure hunt team, and the wife's father joins the team for the proximity to his target.
yeah.
Jerk face. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and my audio. Craziness, right? And let's go ahead and get started.
Let
Because
there
I'm
be a
easily,
timer.
because I'm easily amused, I'm still doing 22-minute sprints. So let's go ahead and get started in a 3, 2, 1. Boom. How was your sprint?
Um, I made a couple sandwiches. I ate half of one, and I've almost got my grocery list done. So,
Nicely done. I see Patrick took his 3 kids to the park and we'll be back later. Assuming, they all lived through the experience.
which is
There
not
are,
necessarily a guarantee.
right? I think there are 3 of them. So, I sent off, I don't know, 3 emails, changed the formatting and imagery for advertising the Maryland or the Baltimore Science Fiction Society's amateur writing contest, which is open to all residents of Baltimore of Maryland
Maryland.
that are not professional authors as uh, declared by SIFWA, the Science Fiction Writers of America. So by their standards, you have to be pro. Otherwise, you can enter the contest, and there are cash prizes of like more than $20 for the top 3. So check out bsfs.org for more information. That one. Yeah. So I, as both a Virginia resident and now member of the board, am ineligible on 2 fronts. But even if I wasn't staffing, they still wouldn't let me enter because I live in Virginia. Wah, wah.
But I could enter.
But you can totally enter. So just
if I had a story
out there. I've been told they're a little low on entries right now, so your odds are pretty high right now. So obviously, I'm going to be promoting it at the convention, so I think we might get some more entries after that. But yeah, there's a new person running it this year, and she's like, "It opened more than a week ago. Why don't we have all these entries?" And it's like, because writers like to wait till the last minute.
There's no minute like the last minute, like no minute I know.
So yeah, that was in fact the promo I was working on during the stream.
Okay.
So she's quite concerned, and everybody else is like, "It'll be okay," and I'm just like, "Tell me what you want me to put out there. That's my job. You tell me there's a thing." But it'll probably work better after our big event rather than before our big event.
I was just say, when do entries need to be in?
June 15th.
June. Oh, so I have time. I could start something.
You could even start writing something now and crank it out. I think it's under 5,000 or 3,000 words. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Something tiny. No.
Right? So, here we go. It's got a lot of letters in the name. So many letters. It's because it's the Baltimore Science Fiction Society. Mm-hmm. The thing is bsfs.org/bsfs-SSC for short story contest.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what? Why did they just make it SSC? I don't think they needed to put the BSFS in there again. Anyway, shameless link dropping for a contest I can't even enter because womp womp, sad trombone. And he's napping. I love it when he naps next to me. It's so cute.
Because he won't cause trouble or jump at your face while he's napping.
I know, but it does make me wary of getting up to get water because when I get up, he is prone to wake up and then start causing trouble. It's true. So anyway, while we were rambling away, Greg swung by. Hello and welcome. And Kelly is here. Hello and welcome. So I'm sure all of y'all are enjoying spring, the warm side of spring today.
Whatever that season is.
Right? Oh. Well, it hit 80, so...
Yeah, so it's summer. No.
Pretty sure that's how it goes. For you Celsius people, let's see. 80 Fahrenheit to Celsius is 26 and a half, almost 27 degrees today. So, a little warm.
And while we've been talking, I finished off my grocery order and sent it off for somebody else to do my shopping for me.
Well done. And Greg mowed the lawn and is doing laundry because we usually catch him on laundry day. almost like he does laundry on the same day of the week or something. Who knows? I know I do my laundry monthly. I have a lot of clothes.
If you've got a big enough wardrobe for that. Either that or he just puts off laundry until it gets to be Sunday and it's like, I can't put it off anymore. I got to have clothes for Mondays.
Yeah, yeah. Ooh, Greg is trying to decide if he wants to go into work tonight to see the eclipse. I think he works at an observatory or something like that. I didn't know there was an eclipse.
I think this is a good one for the Western United States, not the Eastern United States, but I could be mistaken.
He would know better than I do. Greg says I must have more undies than he does. You know, they sell them in like 6-packs. Pick up 2 of those and you get another almost week and a half, 2 weeks.
Find a style you like and then stock up on them because they're sure to discontinue.
Yeah, I was right. Greg is at the U.S. Naval Observatory. So, I mean, I think the level of cloud cover might inform whether or not I drive all the way out there.
Yeah.
So, Kelly says, speaking of laundry, I should probably get started on that at some point since I've been up since 4 a.m. But, oh my gosh, go you. He's been writing up a storm since he got up at 4 a.m. I don't even know what 4 a.m. looks like from this side, except once I got up at 4 a.m. You want to know why I got up at 4 a.m.?
Why did you get up at 4 a.m.?
I was in London for my one and only time I've ever been to London.
Mm-hmm.
And I had reserved some tickets for a trip to Stonehenge and Bath. And because we decided early enough to get the yes, you can walk inside the stones, which is the first or the last tour of the day before they open to the public and after they close to the public.
Mm-hmm.
So we decided early enough to get the tickets, but not early enough to get the evening tickets. So I got up at 4 a.m. so we could get there after dawn, about 7:30. It's a bit of a drive from London.
Yeah.
But if I was going to be in London, if I was going to be on that subcontinent, island, whatever, if I was going to be in Britain, I wanted to see Stonehenge.
See, in my family, 4 a.m. was the traditional time for getting up when you're doing a long distance road trip. And many years ago, I was in a carpool where 4 a.m. was the time I needed to get into the shower so that I could get out, dry off, get dressed, and then get to the carpool place by 5, or they would leave without me.
Oh my God, that's horrible. My mom got up for work at like 5:36, but I've never been regularly getting up any earlier than 6:30 was I think when I was supposed to be up, but I could get my stuff together between 7:03 and 7:15 and be out the door. Especially if you shower the night before.
Yeah, well, at the time I was waking up at 3:30 and having to get in the shower before 4.
Yeah, no. I am much more likely to see 4 from the flip side than the front side.
With margaritas in hand.
I don't drink that much, but yes. Hello, MM Ward. She swung by. Glad to have you. It's a lazy Sunday afternoon stream. No shame when you show up. No shame how long you stay. It was great weather. We were told not to touch the stones, but at one point I did lean down to tie my shoe and touched one of the ones on the ground because it was right there. And I took a billion photos because Morgan.
Yep.
So it was pretty cool. And I went with my mom, so she got to see it too.
Yep.
She dragged me to the Tower of London. That was her want to see.
Look, people died up there. No.
Yeah. She didn't quite realize until we were in there that they use it as a museum to show off all the gifts that the crown has been given. So it's not quite the ambiance one might expect. And they're like, oh, it's gentle stairs going up. You never have to do more than one floor at a time because her knee wasn't doing great, which was fine until we got to the top. And the way they wanted you to go down was down the spiral staircase into the museum shop.
Oh, lovely.
So we went down a floor and stepped aside so people could pass us, and
Mhm.
then down a floor because knees dislike going down more than they dislike going up. Up might be harder on the muscles, down is harder on the joints, I would
Did
say.
did she know the trick about going down backwards so it's less stress on your knees?
No.
Yep. To be brutally honest, that's one that I figured out because I remembered a uh, uh, a home movie that my parents had taken of me as a baby, that I would climb down the stairs backwards and get to the bottom and then yell for someone to take me back up to the top, because it was just entertaining to come down the stairs, but it was like, okay, coming down the stairs backwards is actually easier on your knees because
I knew it was when you were still crawling, but I didn't realize it was when you were walking. And I
yep.
think you do have to have a certain level of balance and peripheral awareness. And these were very uneven steps that
Mhm.
slope.
Yeah.
So I think you needed to have eyes on them not to overstep on a spiral staircase that's uneven and slopes.
Eh, on a spiral staircase, you always stay on the outside because that's where the stairs are the thickest. So,
But the rail's more consistent on the inside because on the outside it might break for windows or the each floor.
Mm,
So it was a toss up. It was a struggle, but we
yeah.
made it. And mom got to see the Ravens, so she was pretty happy. So I can link you the album. I don't think it's publicly posted, but yeah. Kelly says the eviler Morgan being a hardhead. We get it. So thank you for sharing. I figured if anyone knew ways to be gentle on your knees, it would be you.
It would be the guy who's been handicapped with bad knees for the past 5 years. Hey,
Don't you wish you could like take physical ailments and like delegate them to, I don't know, your congressional delegate or the
you're
delegate of your choice?
yeah, of my choice would probably be more fun, but it'd be nice if I could push my ailments off onto my representatives so they could properly represent me in the legislature. So,
Exactly. That's my vote.
yeah.
So far, hasn't happened yet, but it should. They need to understand what they're, who
They
they're
need to understand the
representing, and
people they're representing. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, makes sense to me.
Mm.
So, did we want another? Oh, how many pages did you? Oh, you got ordered. You're not on pages yet.
I got food ordered. I haven't actually done any revising yet. So,
Okay. Well,
and
let's
I
go
don't measure
ahead.
things in pages. I measure things in words. So,
Very nice. Very nice. Shall we get started? Do
yep.
another sprint?
Let's do a sprint.
Okay. In 3, 2, 1, boom. Yes, you are the sweetest.
Ta-da! Well, I made some progress.
Yay! I helped group edit a policy document. So that was the thing that happened.
Makes the heart stop beating. No.
Sure. So over in the comments, Kelly said, thanks for the name suggestion. I think a couple months ago for Gareth. The story Penning Gareth was a runner-up in a local club competition. Yay!
Okay.
And Jenna writes, romance swung by. Hello, Jenna, and welcome. Greg went out and finished mowing the lawn because heat doesn't bother him anyway. No, nothing.
Lizard man joke. No, insert your own lizard man joke here.
It was totally a Frozen reference. Oh, it flipped?
It flipped.
Cold never bothered me anyway. It's funnier if you have to explain it.
He's Mr. Sun.
It's funnier if you have to explain it. So, my kitty is still napping next to me. So, quality sprint there. Other than that, I just keep being like, is my AC still on? No, I think I hear it. So I guess we're good. So
my kitties are curled up in the couch next to me.
Gotcha. Why is my... Oh, okay. There we go. Sorry, I had a message and I was like, why am I not seeing it on my computer? And then I realized it's a text. Because I'm clever like that. So clever. So over in the comments, I see that Greg says that unkempt lawns bother him more than the heat, and he never saw Frozen. Kelly's grass is apparently about to touch the sky, and Greg suggests that the sky is hollow and my grass has touched the sky. I just know that the grass on the median where I turn into my neighborhood has gotten so high, it's starting to impede my visibility for oncoming traffic. It's a problem.
So you need to get one of those orange flags and attach it to your front bumpers so people can tell where your car is. Right?
I guess it's I turn across the median to turn into my neighborhood. It's like 25 miles per hour there. So I mean, I could probably gun it if I saw them last second, but it's still not amazing. Yes, thank you. Not good.
Not good.
So
No,
hopefully
you need a button to shoot caltrops up the road so that it stops them so you can get across.
yeah, but the angle for the turning and the oncoming traffic is just awkward. So I think the real problem is whatever scheduled days they had for that area was raining really heavily, and then they had other places they were supposed to mow. So hopefully next week.
It's one of those things where you just want to go and put on a black robe and go out there with a scythe just to make the point.
I mean, it happens. It happens. So 2 seconds. We're finalizing the document. Okay. Yeah, looks good. We were saying the same thing 3 different ways. So, I mean, as writers, I often say things 3 different ways. And then when I edit, I go back and pick the one that works best. So, the Grim Reaper can indeed reap grass because of the scythe. So, and then Ward had to pop out to go show somebody the SUV she's selling. So good luck. I hope they offer, they don't try to undercut you, because that's ridiculous when people do that. True facts about people who do that. Ridiculous.
And Greg was asking can you actually shoot caltrops, and it's like, you can definitely design a system that will push caltrops out of a tube so they'll go a distance before scattering on the ground.
Yeah, Yeah. I mean,
But you can't shoot them like a bullet or anything like that.
isn't there a isn't shooting the word just lost my head. Oh well, we'll come
Now
back
the
to
word
it.
in pneumatic is dancing around my
Shrapnel. I thought
oh
you
shrapnel.
I thought there was a thing that just like shot things that weren't all chunked together where you just toss in, chips and bits and things.
Well, I mean, shotguns are designed like that, and you've got fragmentary grenades which break up into sharp, jagged pieces. Those usually do so with the intent of like piercing things immediately.
Right. Yeah. So, okay. Sounds good to me. I don't know anything else. It's Sunday. I've
It's
I've been recovering from fun fun fact, life lesson. Hummus is not shelf stable, especially once it's been opened. So be wary of eating hummus 3 days after a potluck. It had been in the fridge in the intermeaning time, but is a problem.
I'm totally fine with just saying beware of eating hummus. No.
So yeah, I am on the mend, shall we say? It was. I mean, not. I've had worse food poisoning. It was not vacating me of all liquids, but it was unpleasant and distracting. So
Yep.
was that nice and vague enough?
I think that was sufficiently vague to protect the
Delicate
sensibilities
sensibilities.
of those with weak stomachs in the audience.
Right. So Greg said, I would have thought Fridge's hummus would be okay. It had sat out all day for the potluck and then gone into the fridge. And I guess it was just close to its sell by date or something. But yeah, no, it was not my favorite experience in the world, and I do not seek to repeat it.
Basically,
Least,
hummus is crushed chickpeas in an oil
yeah,
emulsification, and it's like oil goes rancid if you let it sit out too long. So,
but vegetable oil is totally shelf stable. I don't keep olive oil in the fridge that I cook with. Cooking oil? Is it
yeah,
supposed to go in the fridge?
I think it becomes it's difference once you mix stuff together.
I
So,
was told it's because beans are shelf stable until you cook them, but cooked beans are not shelf stable. Because I was like, it's beans and oil. Both like sit on the pantry. What are you talking about? So Greg says many years ago he got food sick from bad pickles. Oh my gosh,
yeah,
pickles are never supposed to go bad. That's why
uh,
they're pickled.
yeah, I was going to say it's like how do you get food sick from pickles? They're literally preserved. No.
But my worst incident, I do believe, was back before some of you were born, um, and not you, because
Okay.
um, in which I got back from a flight with my now ex-husband. We were still dating at this point, and we went to a friend's wedding in Texas. And we got back, and I made a horrible life choice of having a taco salad at a Denny's. I will never do that again. Salad at a Denny's, no. Give me cooked stuff. I might do a salad at, say, a Silver Diner because they have that fresh produce thing with the local farms. I might do it at a taco place,
Hmm.
but no. Now I really want one, and I don't think my stomach's up to it yet. I had toast and scrambled eggs this morning, and yesterday I had soup and crackers.
Uh,
So, yeah,
yeah, that's never an easy time when you have to have nutrition and your stomach just doesn't want anything.
yeah, yeah. So we're getting there. We're getting there. But anyway, enough about that. Hello, Prismio. Welcome. I see you're hanging out over on Twitch. So we're getting ready to do another live sprint. So if you're here for writing or productivity, You can get some of that done during the next 22 minutes. And if you're not, you can get a snack because Morgan is a strong believer in snacks. And late lunch, is that a
Yep.
late lunch?
Yep.
Okay.
I was to
So,
say the live stream is much more fun than the dead stream, although there's still a lot of lack of action.
yeah. So Twitch viewers are in fact pretty cool. I see those shades. Very nice. Very nice. So, okay. Well, let's go ahead and get started in 3, 2, 1. Also, I have a cat cam so you can like check out my kitty. Frismio totally fits in great at this sprint because they approve of snacks. we're back. How was your sprint?
I got some more progress in. I don't know. It's shifting things around in a conversation is a little bit difficult and ends up being a lot more work and a little bit less stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a problem. So I mostly just checked my messages, waiting to hear back from people. And then I remembered, oh, yeah, that weekly roundup letter that I have to post date, or yeah, for Friday. I should probably start on that.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing. Oh, I can't believe it's almost 6:30 already.
Yeah. This day has kind of gone by.
It really, really has. I don't think I'm ready for Monday though. Wait, I'm sorry. Is anyone who
I don't think
works,
anyone's ever ready for Monday.
for those of us who work a Monday to Friday sort of schedule? Yeah, no, it doesn't seem likely.
Yeah. Um. Okay.
What's up?
I've got my shoppers trying to give me a call, and
Oh, okay. You can go silent and I'll talk to myself. That's fine.
okay. All right.
So, okay, let me pop over into the comments. So, let's see. While we were sprinting, Ward was struggling with people who try to undercut the list price, trying to sell a vehicle. Why do people think they can offer $500 on something worth that's priced at 3,500 and the seller will just take it? The guard is worth more than 500. Trying to save a buck, Maggie. It's not right, but they do. I've had a garage sale and I'll never do it again. I can't imagine selling a vehicle, says Jenna. It happens and I just send them on their way. Oh, so Jenna says that Catechus did, in fact, turn around to nap some more. Greg wanted to let me. Oh, there is indeed a storm coming through. I think it's already raining. Greg asks, "Is Monday ready for me?" I don't know. I don't know. So Jenna works from home now and also doesn't want it to be Monday. I hear that. Maggie says, I never minded Monday. It was Thursday when all my coworkers were already thinking about Saturday that drove me nuts. I work with a weird bunch of engineers that, are heads down on their work, and Thursday is probably their most productive day. I don't know. Maybe Friday morning is lighter and then Friday afternoon starts to trickle off. But yeah, no. So, I mean, but Jenna says that was their office too. So I get that. Uh, I read a lot of Ask Your Manager these days because it's a great website. It has really helpful advice for people dealing with office situations. And it makes me absolutely terrified to leave my workplace because no matter how bad mine is, I've seen the horror stories of what it could be. I don't know. Greg says, isn't that redundant? Weird engineers, wired engineers. Yes, yes, it is. But we have a lot of recent college grads at my workplace, and a lot of them come from places like MIT and whatever, and half of them have doctorates, and they like to geek out about, what they're working on. So Jenna says, Friday was such a happy day. Yeah, yeah. One of my pushbacks about not wanting to work from home is that um, in high school, I was the overcommitted person that, if I wasn't at school, I was one of like seven extracurriculars, and I took dance classes 6 days a week for like 12 and a half hours a week, half an hour from home. And then I got to college and not every hour was scheduled. And when I went home, I was done and I was like, ooh. And then I got into the working world and I had no homework and it was like a vacation. And then I decided to become a writer and now I have homework every day that I gave myself. And I do the blog vlog thing, which has weekly deadlines and stuff. What is wrong with me? Maybe I just needed a break from it. I don't even know. I don't even know. So, what you gonna do? Anyway, did we want to get a short, maybe 10-minute sprint in? I see we're coming up on 6:30, and I don't know that I necessarily want to stick around for a full another sprint. But yeah, let's go ahead and do 10 more minutes and see what we can squeeze in while Doc's on the phone. So, going ahead and getting started in a 3, 2, 1. Boom. And we're back. How's it going, Doc?
Making a little bit of progress with with my narrative, while at the same time juggling grocery shopping and not being able to find things. So
Did you
I'm
find it?
multitasking.
Did you manage to get the? Oh, were you telling me that you can't say yes, replace with this, or if you accidentally make one substitution once, they think that's what you always want?
This shopper has actually been pretty good, that they've been checking back with me on what to replace things on.
Okay.
Some shoppers in the past have been like, I can't find this. Okay, the app tells me this is a good replacement, so I'll just get this no matter what. And
Yeah.
they tend to run off the deep end before I can curtail them any. But
Yeah. I
this
figure. Well,
person's working with me.
good. Such a relief when that happens.
Yeah. So how was your sprint?
I got through most of my weekly roundup and answered an email. So busy, all the things. You know how it goes. Ooh. Oh, and following up on some scheduling things with
Okay.
programming. Yeah. So, and I was like, oh, hey, 3 new messages came in from her. Awesome. So yeah, I'm fingers crossed, really hoping the schedule works out for the guy I finally got to come talk about flying cars.
Oh, cool.
Which my dad is of a generation, and he's like, hey, I was promised flying cars. And I'm like, they just can't get through regulation. I was promised a post apocalyptic corporate run dystopian future. So, I mean, maybe we both get what we were promised. But especially since this is the year George Jetson was apparently born in canon.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Wordsmith Sarah swung by. Hello and welcome. She says, I made it in time to slam that like button.
Hey, you made it in before the outro. You're on time.
Exactly. So, and books by Adrian likes our stream design. Thank you. I played with Canva and took a default thing and flipped it and put a filter on it and made it my own. Greg says, given the choice, I'd take the car. I think I lost track. The flying car over the dystopian corporate run future. Zark. I don't think I was offered the choice.
If you have to have a dystopian corporate run future, can we at least get the one with flying cars?
Right, exactly. Greg says thunder to the south of him. I heard thunder while that message came in. So, and for like the second time since Wednesday, I'm actually starting to get hungry. So I might actually have a meal. Could happen. So you want to give our outros and peace out on these lovely people who took time out of their Sundays, right? Sundays to come visit us.
Well, I'll at least give my outro. All right. Hey, folks. I am Doc Coleman. I write steampunk comedy adventure, which you would know if my title was here, which they've disappeared again. That's weird in the same stream. We had them there earlier, but
that's so weird.
Yeah, and now they're back.
It's when I have the banner on.
It's when you have the banner on. Okay, don't turn the banner on. No.
Well then.
Anyway, I write steampunk comedy adventure. I'm currently working on the second book in my Adventures of Crackle and Bang series, which I intend to have published by this fall. Fingers crossed.
So how far through edits are you? Are you halfway? Are you 2 chapters? Are you coming up to climax?
I think I'm about a third.
Okay.
Yeah, I've I've had ups and downs with life lately, and it's been
Yeah.
very hard to get dug in the revisions.
Yeah.
But if you're interested in me or my work, you can find my stuff at the links down below,
On
uh,
YouTube or
or you can go and search Doc Coleman Steampunk, and that will find you my webpage, my Amazon author page. You can look at previews from my published works and see if that's your style. Um, if not, you'll see me. You can come and see me at Balticon and hear me do a live reading on Monday morning, providing
yeah.
you get up that early.
Sorry, I don't know if I'll make it for that one.
I'm actually going to read from Kindred, no matter
Ooh,
what
that's
progress it's
exciting.
in. I'm going to do some reading from Kindred. Give
He is a very dynamic reader. Clearly has, some vocal training, some voice acting in there,
I will
um,
also be on the dynamic voice acting panel.
which has just been moved virtually until 8:30 instead of on Friday instead of on Saturday afternoon.
Okay.
There was a scheduling thing where not everybody could be there in person, and she wanted to fill out the thing and just told me the update about 20 minutes ago. So that was part of
Hmm.
that discussion.
I'm gonna have to double check and see how full my Friday is.
Yeah, your Friday might be filling up
My
pretty
Friday might be rather full. Okay.
pretty tight. So, and I'm your host, Morgan Hazelwood. I am a writer of fantasy, and I blog, and podcast writing tips from the pros, and of course, my own writerly musings. This week, I was sharing tips on pacing the novel from pros such as Terry Brooks of Shannara or Shannara, depending on if you do his pronunciation or the show's pronunciation. Fun fact. I talked about dynamic voice acting, and I had an author spotlight, things and stuff, And so check me out anywhere you want. My links are down below. I'm Morgan Hazelwood everywhere but Twitter, where I'm Morgan Hazelwood. Um, and over on Twitch, let's go ahead and raid Haley. So I'm going to go ahead and start that raid. And thank you all for coming. It has been great to see you. And we will be back again next week, where I'm sure I will be doing all the Balticon prep work because next weekend is the weekend before the con. So, and then we'll be coming live from the con, which is going to be so much fun because I get to do this in person with Doc and Sako.
Yep.
So much fun. But have a great week. Stay safe, stay hydrated, and see you again next week. Same bat channel, same bat time. Wait, I said that backwards.
No
You get
bats.
no bats. I love bats. Bats are really helpful. They eat all the mosquitoes and things.
I don't have any bats.
No, I'm sorry. Have you considered a bat bot?
I've got a cricket bat, but I don't think it counts. Anyway.
Okay. Well, thank you all for coming. See y'all later. Bye-bye.